All right,
Toastmaster
thank you.
Reza, I think distinguished Toastmaster Atma will be late, and I will read the introduction.
Okay,
Yeah. Okay.
okay. It's 6:59. Maybe I can start. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. It's time for me to call up for the meeting to start. But as always, before we start our meeting, let me explain our rules of the meeting. The first rule is to be on time and fully present to the meeting. The second rule is respect the speaker by silencing your microphone if you're not allowed to speak. Please away from having a personal conversation during the meeting. Rule number 3, please rename yourself to something more identifiable, like if you are the role taker, you can use role underscore your name. If you are the Toastmaster or the visiting Toastmaster, you can use TM underscore your name underscore the club you belong. If you are the guest, you can use G underscore name. Rule number 4, don't forget to have fun because this meeting is supposed to be supportive and non-intimidating environment. Any discouraging gesture or comment are not allowed. Rule number 5, this is only for the on-site meeting. For the online meeting, you can keep the cleanliness of your room according to your level. That's all the meeting rules that everyone in this meeting need to understand. And now I give the control to the Vice President of Universitas Indonesia Toastmaster Club, DTM Emriati.
Okay, thank you so much, Toastmaster Reza. Actually, I'm the Vice President for Education. Distinguished Toastmaster Atma just informed me that she will be late, so she asked me to give the introduction of UI Toastmaster Club. Next, please. Okay, Toastmaster Andra. Okay, so next, please. I think do we have guests? Let me check first. Okay, we have Ismi. I think Ismi, Nova. Thank you for joining. So I think it is necessary for me to explain about what is Toastmasters. So Toastmasters is a worldwide non-profit educational organization that empowers people to become more effective communicators and leaders. Next. So this is benefits of forming of the Toastmaster Club. Next. Next, please. So a special UI Toastmaster Club actually established for lecturer and educational staff. So the employees and the students, also the alumni and lecturers, we learn like conduct effective meetings, practice time management, enhance their listening skills, sharpen their presentation skills, boost team collaborations, guide successful teams, take and implement feedback. Next, please. Okay, so UI Choose Master Club was, this is a charter ceremony in 2009. At that time, the rector is Professor Gumila Rusliwa Sumantri, and on behalf of Toastmaster Indonesia, Prof. Wardiman Jojonegoro. So right now, UI is under actually Division N. It changed. Division N, Area 01, District 87. Next, please. So I was actually one of the charter members, you see. the lady with the red blouse inside. It's me, still slim. And the lady with the scarf with the brown, it's Professor Riri Fitrisari. And the other actually like the having positions in central administration building. So they are lecturers and education staff. Next, please. Okay, this is the Toastmaster Club experience. Next. And then in Toastmaster, we have pathway. Pathways is like curriculum. Next. And there are 6 curriculums or 6 pathways. You may choose what topic that you are interested in. Next. And in one pathway, you have 5 levels. After you finish each level, you will get certificate of completion. And then after you finish one pathways, you will get another certificate. Next, please. Okay, we conducted demo meeting last year. Next, you can check it in the YouTube. And then hybrid demo meeting also last year. Next. And this is fees for member if you want to be the member. But if you are still the guest, it is free of charge. Next. Okay, this is the current executive committee of UI Toastmaster Club. You can contact the president right now is distinguished Toastmaster Atma Diwita. Next, please. Oh, okay. I think we have arrived at the end of the presentations. Thank you so much. Now, I would like to give the control to, sorry, Toastmasters of the meeting. First, please welcome Toastmaster Brian from Jakarta Toastmaster Club.
Thank you so much, Madam President. Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, guys. Give me a reaction if you are still on spirit to join another exciting session in Uitus Master. Give me thumbs up, fire, or any emoticons in the chat. Hey, great. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Brian Hussein. I'm from Jakarta Toastmaster Club, and today it's my honor to be the Toastmaster of the meeting in another exciting session in OE Toastmaster Club. As you might be aware of, that our theme is great, but also kind of like remembering or triggering a memory about a movie. A theme of today is Scout Day. Does anyone would like to raise and share what kind of movie that reminds you about the word Scout? Not yet. Okay. I think um the movie that comes up in my mind about the word of Scout is Up. Anyone haven't watched the movie yet? Or have you watched the movie? Raise your hand. I said people nodding. Thank you. So I think Up is a great movie. Okay, and talking about the idea of Scout and the value of Scout is that it doesn't necessarily about, oh, you have to travel, you have to accomplish the missions, but there is a value from these missions that I think way more important than those missions accomplishment. If I would like to, if I recall back to the Up movie, I think there's just so many lessons, such as like don't put your dream on the shelf for someday or tomorrow, because if you remember, the grumpy person Carl abandoned his missions to go to Paradise Fall because he lost his wife, right? But at the end, he met Russell, a young adventurer, scout member, who eager to get the assisting elderly baggage, uh, to go to Paradise Fall and accomplish the missions. So that's the beauty of, like, um the word of scout, and from the movie of Before I begin, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to perhaps want to know about your opinion of a quote of the day, or questions of the day. Um, if you could be a scout or outrider, which is our word of the day, for someone's life adventure, who would you choose, and what kind of adventure would you guide them on? Hmm, this is a bit complex, but to put it simple, if you could be a scout for someone, what would it be, and what kind of journey would you like to guide them? Does anyone would like to volunteer and to give their opinion about that? I think let me go to let's go to Toastmaster or guest Lydia. Are you able to open your mic? Okay, no response yet. Perhaps to Toastmaster Samuel. Are you able to open your mic?
Yes, can you hear my voice?
Yep, loud and clear.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm just joining. Can you repeat the question? I'm sorry.
Yep, the question is, if you could be a scout or outrider for someone's life adventure, who would you choose, and what kind of adventure would you guide them on? So it's like, when you have to be the guide, um, what kind of journey do you want to guide them on, and who would you like to guide?
Okay. Uh, so the first thing that I would like to guide, usually I guiding when I'm take the diving. Yes. It's pretty adventurer for me. So I will give another a person about the safety, and then how to keep their alive, of course. And then
Mm,
of course I will show about the beautifulness of the sea, inside the sea. So there's more kind of like creatures, or big creatures, the macro special creatures. And of course, the first thing is about the safety. So I will keep them safe, so they will enjoy the rest of the scuba diving adventure. And then uh, after that, I will give them another lesson, like the photography, underwater photography. And then the other things is how to become a good diver. So also we have to respect another life in the inside of the sea.
mhm.
Yes, I think that's the answer. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much, Toastmaster Samuel. Are you
Welcome.
a diver, like what, teacher? Is that what we call
Uh,
there?
Not yet a teacher, but I'm actually a scuba diver dive master. So I
Mm.
can become a guide, and then give a small lesson, but not become an instructor yet.
Wow. Thank you so much, Master Samuel. So if you guys would like to try to be scuba diver, then you know where to go and you know where to ask. Of course, it is Master Samuel. Thank you so much for that.
You're
And
welcome.
just like
Anytime.
the movie and our theme today, right? The Scout Day. When we talking about the Scout, of course we're not talking about the one a single person, right? Because there's no any scout that only consists of one person. It's a group of people. And because of that, in this meeting, we also have a group of people who will help us to make sure that the meeting runs well and to make sure that we follow the Toastmaster rules and, of course, to achieve when we want to improve our public speaking and leadership. Now, to introduce properly this team, I would like to call our general evaluator, none other than Toastmaster Nazreen from Kota Kinabalu Toastmaster Club, to introduce her team and her role. Over to you, Toastmaster Nazreen.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening, Toastmaster Brian. So, good evening, everyone. I'm Toastmaster Nazrin from KK Toastmasters Club, and today I will be your general evaluator. So, as general evaluator, I shall observe and evaluate just about anything and everything regarding the proceedings of your meetings, and I shall conduct the evaluation session and give my general remarks regarding the various aspects of the meeting during the general evaluation session. According to your program element, I'm also in charge of introducing the role players. So may I bring according to your program element, the table topics master to introduce your role to the Toastmasters and guests for tonight? Toastmaster Donna. Toastmaster Donna, are you there?
Hello, excuse me. Toastmaster Donna has actually the same meeting with Maranatha. So she will be replaced by our club president, distinguished Toastmaster Atma Dewita. I'm sorry to
Okay, is
inform.
Toastmaster? No problem, no problem. Is Toastmaster Atma here? Distinguished Toastmaster Atma?
Yes, I am.
Okay, may you introduce your role of the night, please?
Okay. I'm trying to open my camera, but it seems like I failed to do so. So today I will be the table topic master. I will lead the table topic session. And also invite everyone to join the table topic session. I already prepared a couple of questions, so looking forward for your participation in the impromptu table topic session.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Atma. We're looking forward for your table topic session. Next, can I bring the grammarian, Toastmaster Titin,
Yes,
to introduce the word of the day and also your role?
Thank you, GE. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished grammar enthusiasts. I'm very happy to serve as the grammarian today. As a grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all the speakers, listening carefully to the language usage, and I'll take note of the outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. The word of the day for tonight's meeting is outrider. Outrider means a person in a motor vehicle or on horseback who goes in front of or beside a vehicle as an escort or guard. Example of the word outrider in a sentence. Suddenly, amid the flashing lights and police outriders, the airport came into view. Here is a little challenge for all of us. Let us use the word of the day as many times as possible in our meeting today. It's time to start our fun language exercise. Thank you, and over to you, GE.
Thank you, Toastmaster Titin. Remember to use the word of the day, everyone, which is outrider. Next, may I have the R counter to present her role, Toastmaster Salsa? Over to you. I think you're not audible, Toastmaster Salsa, or is it just me? No, I cannot hear.
Oh no.
Okay, now I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and guests. My role today is the counter, and I also serve as the word of the day counter. As the counter, my job is to listen carefully and note word and sound used. as scratcher or pause filler. This may include words like and, but, so, as well as sound like and I will also observe when a speaker repeat word or phrases unnecessary, such as I or this means. And the end of the meeting, I will share how often these were used by each speaker. In addition, as the word of the day counter, I will track how many times the word of the day is used throughout the meeting. Today's word is outrider, which means a person in a motor vehicle or on horseback who goes in front of or beside a vehicle as an escort or guard. Try to use this word during your speech or role today. It's a great way to enrich our vocabulary. Thank you, and I look forward to listening closely to everyone. Back to you, GE.
Thank you, Toastmaster Salsa, as our counter should be listening attentively to all of us. Next, may I bring the timer or the Rolex of the night, Toastmaster Zulfa, to present your timer roll. The floor is yours.
Okay, thank you. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, you're audible and visible.
Okay, thank you, Madam GE. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. My name is Zulfa. Today I will be your timer. In Toastmaster, as we know, we have to deliver a speech within a strict time limit. So in order to accomplish this task, in order to accomplish this goal, I will be your timekeeper and I will give the signal to the speaker. For example, for the prepared speech session, if you will deliver 5 until 7 minutes, and the my screen will change into green light when in 5 minutes, and then the yellow screen will change on 6 minutes, and also the red light or the red screen will change on 7 minutes. For table topic session, you will deliver 1 until 2 minutes. The green light will be turned on at 1 minute, and then the yellow light will be turned on at 1 minute 30 seconds, and then the red light or red sign will be turned on at 2 minutes. And for the evaluator, you will be given 2 until 3 minutes. The green light will be turned on at 2 minutes. The yellow light will be turned on at 2 minutes 30 seconds, and also the red light will be turned on at 3 minutes. And for all the speaker, you will be given 30 seconds to finish your speech to eligible to the vote. That's all about my role. Thank you. Back to Madam G.
Thank you, Toastmaster Zulfa. Next, can I bring the the ballot counter to explain her role tonight, Toastmaster Maulidia?
Okay. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are.
Okay. I'm Olivia. As the ballot counter, I will determine, based on your votes, today's winner in each of the following categories: Best Prepared Speaker, Best Table Topic Speaker, and also Best Evaluator. I will send the vote link for all the participants to vote in the room chat. Okay, that's all about my job as the ballot counter. Back to you, G.
Thank you, Toastmaster Maulidia. Last but not least, let's have our table topics evaluator, Toastmaster Nina.
Thank you.
Toastmaster.
Yeah,
Okay, over to you.
yes. Am I audible and visible?
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you, GE Toastmaster Nazrin. My role for tonight's meeting is to evaluate any one of the table topic participants, and I will give each evaluation about table topics during the evaluation session. That's all for my role as the table topic evaluator, and I will give it back to GE.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Nina. So it looks like all your all the role players are well aware of their roles, and this meeting will go smoothly, knowing that the role players know what to do. So I will pass this meeting back to the Toastmaster of the evening, which is Toastmaster Brian.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nazreen and the team for such a wonderful explanations about what things that we need to pay attention and be careful of when we speak. And of course, once more to remind you that we please encourage you to use the word of the day, the outrider, throughout of your speech. Perhaps it has been explained by our in the opening that today we have a three-man session. Number one is the prepared speech, and then will be proceeded with the table topic session, and lastly the heart of the Toastmaster, that is the evaluation. And to embark to our first agenda today, we have a four lineup of wonderful speakers who will share her and their adventurous experience with life, perhaps with a job, perhaps, or any other valuable lesson learned from their life. And without further ado, let us welcome our first speaker, Toastmaster Deborah, who will be evaluated by Toastmaster Mariana from UI Toastmaster Club. So to know more about her speech title and her project, I would like to call her evaluator, Toastmaster Mariana, to explain about it. Over to you.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster of meeting, TM Brian Hussein. I am TM Mariana, and today TM Deborah will be delivering her speech titled "The School's Rule Truly Shape Us." Okay, TM Deborah, does school rule truly shape us? The screen is yours.
The school's role truly shapes us. There is always rules within school, written or unwritten. Some may sound normal, like no cheating in exam, or do your assignments, or be on time. But some rules are quite questionable. Like, for example, in my generation, students are already questioning the reason behind no long hair for male students. Some students also questioning, yes, Tematma?
Oh yeah, Deborah, it's a very good question. But I think it's also in my time that male students are actually prohibited to have like long hair at school. But I always
Right.
find that types of rules are helpful because sometimes I cannot distinguish like those male students from female students if they have long
But
hair,
long
sort of
hair
thing.
male students are quite handsome, don't you think? I
Not
actually
really.
like
I not
long
not
hair
my
for
type.
male students. Oh, understandable. Okay. So some students also questioning not only the long hair for male students, but some students also questioning the reason behind why we should not wear makeup, why we should cut our nails short, but or why we should do a flag ceremony every Monday morning. There's a lot of reasons and lot of questions. So, if school's rule shapes us, why we, or at least I, able to challenge those rules? Teachers always wants us to obey the school's rules. Yes, Matma?
Okay, Deborah. I think there are also some sort of like values that definitely be taught at school, and that's actually to obey and also to respect people older than you. And also, I think teachers are definitely older
But
than
I
us.
appreciate
So,
your opinion, Atma, but I'm sorry, may I continue my speech first?
all
Thank
right.
you. Okay. Okay. So where were we? Okay. Teachers always wants us to obey the school's rules. It's for your own good, they say. They always encourage us to be obedient and praise us to follow school's rule. But they always freak out whenever someone dares to challenge them. I remember in elementary school,
I think
Some
I agree with distinguished Toastmaster Atma that respecting teachers who are figures of authority and knowledge will allow effective learning and personal
but
development. And
isn't
respectful,
things like authority figures and etc. is a thing that is human made, so it's not like God force us to follow our teachers, because let's be real, school doesn't exist when God exists in our earth, in Christian religion. So I don't think like we have to like obey teachers like blindly like we obey our parents. I'm sorry, but may I continue my speech first? So
okay.
okay, I remember in elementary school someone actually asked this: if we can't bring anything unrelated to studies, then why is there an aquarium in our class? We don't learn anything about fish, so why does fish exist in our school? He asked that question, that problem child asks that question because we have a rule that prohibits someone to bring a soccer ball because it has no relation to study, they said. Even though the real reason was because there are several flower pots got broken because of soccer, because of them. And his soccer ball was confiscated, so he retaliated. And because the teacher can retaliate, can answer back his reasoning, and it's already 4 p.m, so it's already most students already went home, so his soccer ball was given back. That teacher earns my respect.
Toastmaster Apri, I want to go to Malang this
I'm
December.
sorry,
Oh,
Tiam Titin, but
oh, sorry.
I believe we shouldn't stray too far from the topic, so would you mind letting me finish first?
Yeah, yes,
Thank you.
sure.
Okay, so where were we? That teacher earns my respect.
Yeah.
Because of that teacher, I truly knows what makes a rule. Because back then, I also asked the same thing to myself. Why can't they bring a soccer ball just because you adults foolishly put flower pot near the field? You expect a place with most physical activities is the safest place for a flower pot? You expect a place with kids, most students running is the safest place for a flower pot? I don't think so. Like, you know, I don't think it's the safest place for a flower pot, and I am a child, not an adult. But I don't do any physical activities, so it will come as weird if I ask this to teachers. They will see me as like an improper child or a rude person. Uh, but the teacher who didn't actually confiscate his soccer ball makes the rules as a learning media, not just a list we must obey. If there is any rule that sounds unreasonable, that teacher asks us why we think it sounds unreasonable. She will defend the rule, the teacher will defend the rule, and some kid will defend their opinion. Back to back. Even though there's nothing changed from the rule, but at least we, as the students, feel hurt and not feel treated like a robot. So, yes, TM Arif, I think you are unmuted, so okay.
Yes, I want to ask. A school teacher is quite old and has many experience. Why does the student can just obey the school rule?
I think it's because even though we are a child, we are also human. So if someone asks me why as a child we can blindly or like just obey the teachers, because there is always a good reason for every rule, right? I also know. I also will wholeheartedly agree, but um I think it's just our innate it's in us, like the ability to retaliate, the ability to think and to disagree, to agree about something is something that we have even as a baby. Because like when we dislike a cold room as a baby, we cry, right? If we dislike the fact that we are hungry, we cry because we don't like being hungry as a baby. So like I think the reason behind why I, as a kid, or every children, every student, have the urge to debate our teacher or like to disagree with our teacher is because we are human beings. We are human beings, and it's just I don't know. It's like we love to think, so we think about the rules, we think about the downside, upsides, and it's just, and if we just found one downside of a rule, it's like we have an urge to tell everyone to follow me, to disagree with the rule, and defy the teachers. In at least it's me, it's my experience. So oh wait, but may I continue first? So where were we? If the school's rule shapes us, why we are able to challenge those rules? Oh, because that's Israel. That's exactly the rule's job. I believe rules are human made, and no human made are perfect. So when someone dares to challenge those rules, they have to make a convincing argument why their own thoughts is better than those rules. And when we make an argument, we are shaping ourselves to be able to think critically, to be able to think from every perspective before declaring that the rules are unreasonable. The reason why we are able to challenge those rules is because the reason behind the rules are not enough to confine us or force us to follow them. We have to keep perfecting the reason behind those rules. So the generation after us, the generation after me, can follow them wholeheartedly, even though I think they also have their own agree and disagree. But I think if the rules doesn't get fixed in my generation, it will only become a problem in the next generation. So I believe the school's rules shapes us. For the obedient, the school's rules becomes a part of their personality. But for the rebels, at least me, the school's rules becomes a sort of assignment, like searching for their loopholes, downsides, and our chance to think. Okay, I'm sorry. Can I?
Do you have any scientific proof of your opinion that debating rule is the right way to do?
Uh, but why do you think that it's a bad thing? It's a bad thing to disagree with some rules.
Yes, you have to have scientific proof that the debating our rule is a good thing.
Uh, it's convincing opinion. I agree. If I have to disagree with opinion, I should bring a scientific research, right?
Yeah.
But I think like the reason I didn't bring a scientific research, because in every person that I met, and in my own personal experience, and every time I see my underclassmen, there is always a problem child that I think is just a child uh that his question doesn't get answered, so they become a rebel. So I think why I didn't bring scientific research to prove my reasoning of why I think we should challenge every rule in school in our school days. It's because it's an innate talent inside me. So I don't research. I don't actually research further. So thank you for the insight. I'm sorry, but I think I got distracted. So let's get back to the topic. So I believe the school's rules shape us. For the obedient, the school's rules becomes a part of their personality. But for the rebels, the school's rules becomes a sort of assignment, like searching for loopholes, downside, and or chance to think critically. Because I think if we don't think, we don't understand the rules we are forced to obey, it's like we are surrendering our minds and just become a mind slave to our school rules, and I don't think I will accept that. So I think I will become a rebel if someone calls me a rebel for the rest of my life. I think that's a reason, and I think that's a valid reason for me. So I think that's all from me today. Thank you for listening.
Wow, let's give a round of applause again to our first speaker, to Master Deborah. I totally agree. I think I can relate to your story that I also hate to be ruled with a nonsense. I just recorded a podcast with our PRM last Monday with the DTM Anna, and DTM Anna said that to know why make us to be wise. And I think what comes out from your speech is to encourage that, oh, the teacher or the regulator should explain why, so that people don't judge it, so that people can understand what is the meaning behind any rules, any policy they make. And I think this is uh to explain the why can reduce um this level of rebellion from the students or from us. Thank you so much, Master Deborah, for bringing that interesting topic. Now let's move on to our second speaker, which is our UI Vice President of Education, Distinguished Toastmaster Emriati, who will be evaluated by Toastmaster IU, also from UI Toastmaster Club. I would like to now welcome her evaluator, Toastmaster IU, to introduce her role, her speech and project. Over to you, Toastmaster IU.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster of the meeting, TM Brian. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for taking the time to join us today. I am honored to be the evaluator for Distinguished Toastmaster Emriati, and this project is called Understanding Your Communication Style. Now, she is on level 2, project 1. It's a 5 to 7 minute speech. For the further, let's welcome the unsung language of motherhood, Toastmaster Emriati. Toastmaster Emriati, time is yours.
Do you agree that mothers are more vulnerable to depressions than fathers? Who wants to answer? Maybe just Master Salsa. What do you think?
Oh, okay. Am I audible?
Yes?
Okay. Yes, actually I agree. Because mother often face higher physical, emotional, and maybe social pressure, then can increase their risk of depression. That's all for me. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Toastmaster Salsa. I think I agree with you. The data indicates that mothers, on average, shoulder more household and family responsibilities than fathers. Studies indicate mothers manage 7 in 10 household tasks that require mental effort. This often includes many childcare duties, leading to feelings of being overworked and stressed. Another study is conducted in 2024 in Indonesia aimed to identify factors contributing to depressive symptoms among Indonesian working mothers and housewives. The findings of this study indicate that 23% of working mothers and 22% of housewives experience depression. Fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, I am a mom of 2 children. My eldest child, my daughter, is a student in UI. And my second child, a son, he is a senior high school student. I will say being a mom has made me so tired and yet so happy all in one. Motherhood is exhausting but also fulfilling. So I still remember the feeling of being a first time mom. It was like a stepping onto a roller coaster I wasn't prepared for. Sometimes I felt joy, like when my baby achieved a milestone, no matter how small, a little giggle and a clumsy roll over. But then there were days when I felt overstimulated and honestly just plain exhausted. And then there's my husband. Don't get me wrong, I love my husband, but sometimes I get frustrated with him. One example, when I was in the kitchen cooking, my husband was in the living room with our little daughter. Suddenly, my husband screamed my name, Emily! Ma! I rushed to the living room, and you know what I saw? My daughter just fell from standing, but my husband didn't know how to pick up a baby. So, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, at the time I decided I have to do direct communication with my husband. I believe it's vital for maintaining a healthy relationship and navigating the challenges of parenthood together, me and my husband. I engage in open, honest communication to help address my needs, manage stress, and I want to foster a strong bond between me and my husband. So my husband actually didn't understand how to do housework and hold a baby. If you shake hands with my husband, his palms, both of his palms, are very smooth because he never works. He loves just thinking, doing research, looking for money, but not like the motoric for moving. It's very low. So, but on the other hand, I'm grateful that my husband can fulfill all my needs. So at that time, we decided to have a nanny beside the household assistant. So, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, direct communications like I did can sometimes be misunderstanding as rudeness. But when I do with empathy and respect, it is valuable to achieve common goals. So, direct communications categorized by clear, straightforward expressions. So, I didn't say you always this, but I say I have this feeling, I feel this. So I just express my feeling to him. I believe that direct communication will foster clarity and reducing misunderstanding. So being direct without being rude and focusing on solutions rather than blame, I believe can further strengthen the marital bond between me and my husband by building trust, resolving conflict, and create a safe space for emotional intimacy. So that's all my speech for today. Thank you so much. I give the control back to Toastmasters of the meeting.
Wow, let's give more applause for the DM Emery for such a great speech and remind us about a direct communication. But I think what is the most important from her speech is how you approach the direct communication instead of, hey, you do this, you did this, but use the first person perspective that I feel overwhelmed because I believe that when you do that, it makes me like that. You know, it's instead of you blaming your partner, your significant others, but you framed it as if, you know what, this situation is not working at all, and I feel so overwhelmed. I feel certain emotions that makes me so uh it's so draining, right? I think that's a key lesson learned that TTM Emery gave to us about how to say a feeling to appeal to have an indirect communication. Thank you so much. And let us continue and join me to welcome our third speaker, Toastmaster Samuel, who will be evaluated by Toastmaster Reza from UI Toastmaster Club. Now, I would like to give the control to Toastmaster Reza to explain our speaker's project. Over.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Brian. Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and distinguished guests. Today, it's an honor for me to be an evaluator for the TM Samuel. TM Samuel will perform his level 1 project 3 presentation mastery, focus on introduction to vocal variety and body language. And his title of the speech, Road Trip, to me looks in line with the focus of his project. So let's be ready, Toastmasters and guests. This is Road Trip by TM Samuel. TM Samuel, Road Trip, the screen is yours.
Thank you, Tem Reza. So, good evening, everyone. Before I start my presentation, let me share my screen first. So, have anyone see the screen? Okay, am I audible
Yes,
also?
yes, you're
Thank
audible.
you. Before I start my presentation, let me ask you one question. Do you know or have you wondered anything about this picture? Can you guess something about this picture? Okay, for the next, I will give you a clue. This big number, if you anyone knows the secret behind it, I give you another spoiler. So about the red circle, yes, we are facing the long weekend holiday. So anyone, have you planned about this long weekend holiday? If you're not, I have one planning to take while we taking the long holiday. So the plan is the road trip. Yes, I've planned it to road trip in the West Java and Banten province. So let's take a look around for the plan. So do you know this map? Yes, this show us about the Banten province and several of West Java province. So we're gonna circle it while we're taking the long holiday, and I hope we can enjoy it. So for the first stop, we're going to the Cadena Glamping Resort. It's located in the Anyer Beach. There's so much activity that we can do in this resort. First, we can go to diving. They provide it, and then we can lying in the sand beach and watching the sunset. Or we can take the infinity pool. Also, we can enjoy it. The infinity pool near from the beaches inside the resort. And for the dinner, they have plenty of a menu, a very delicious menu. And don't forget, they have a live band. So we can eat and sing along all the night. So for the next day or the next stop, we prepare. Don't get to get the breakfast because we have maybe several hours to go to the second destination. The second destination is Savannah Beach. Yes, not many people know about the Savannah Beach, but you know there's a secret or there's a rumor that Savannah Beach known as a beautiful virgin beach, but nobody or not everybody knows about that. So on this beach, we can playing surfboard or just taking um, shower in the beach. But and of course we can enjoy the beautiful natural guest house. It's very cheap. And then at the night we can enjoy the fresh seafood barbecue. They have a good chef to provide us the meal or the food, and the seafood is very fresh, just came out from the sea, maybe just several hours from the sea, and they will provide it to us. And then for the third day, yes, the third destination is the caldera rafting. So we have 2 days on the beach and 1 day on the mountainous uh, scenery. There's of course there's a lot activity that we can do. Also, we can do the rafting or the paintball or even the mountainous trekking. So we can enjoy the mountainous, and of course we can get the fresh air from the mountain. And then on the next day, we have to prepare to back to the Jakarta again and back to the reality. We have to make, you know, for living costs. And about the information district, uh, we will provide it police outrider. So you don't have worry about the safety. It's really safety. They will guide us in the road. So if you really want to join us, just contact me at this number. I will provide you later. And thank you for listening. See you and good evening.
Thank you so much to Samuel. Wow, very adventurous person, ladies and gentlemen. From scuba diving to now road trip driver, right? So Samuel has a great agenda for the upcoming long weekend. So just as his last message, if you are interested, hit his number and of course make sure that the price is within in your budget, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, Master Samuel, for that great and so incredible planning. Hopefully that you enjoy your long weekend itinerary. Okay. Now ladies and gentlemen, we come to our last prepared speakers. Toastmaster Arif from Jakarta Bahasa Toastmaster Club will be evaluated by my VPE, Toastmaster Rizky Rido from Jakarta Toastmaster Club. Now, I would like to invite Toastmaster Rizky to explain his project. Over to you.
Okay, thank you everyone. Am I audible and visible to you all? Okay, good morning everyone, fellow Toastmasters and guests. My name is Rizky and I'm from Jakarta Toastmaster Club. Today, I had the honor to evaluate the first speech from Toastmaster Arifia. The purpose delivery is to introduce himself to the club and familiarize with the basic structure of speech. This speech title is really amazing, and I cannot wait to hear Toastmaster Arif Zakia's speech. So, without further ado, let's hear Life Journey of a Learner, Toastmaster Arif Zakia. The screen is yours.
Hello everyone, good evening, fellow Toastmaster and guests. I want to ask, as any here have a job as engineers? Can you raise your hand? Or probably not much. But me as engineer, I want to tell about my profession as engineer from beginning my hobby in my child as a student. I grew up in Sragen, is Central Java, which is near Solo city. I grew up in there about. I grew up in there from elementary school and then to the high school. The most memorable I have when I have school in my small town that I have a championship in science. The scientific championship I get number 3 in my town. That is a science championship. This champion made me motivate me to be a engineer later then. My hobby is science and electronic in my childhood. Mm, I have interest in electronic back then when I was in the junior high school. My father is very supporting me for to be my hobbies. He gave me electronic component to build me, make me a computer, I'm sorry, electronic system back when I was junior high school. My uncle also have very supporting. He gave me a computer system when I'm in high school, so that my hobby developed from science, electronic, and want to be a computer programmer. When I graduate from my high school, my mark is quite good, so I can join college in Yogyakarta in UGM, and I entering the major of computer science in there, which is such my hobby. But in the field of engineer of computer science, you have many weakness. You will have many little time to socializing to the other mate. You will be busy with computers, you will not busy with other friends, so your social skill is not good, quite good. So I have another idea to join my another hobby as volunteering and campus organization. In there, I learn about public speaking and also a lot of about organizing. After I graduate to the college, I went to Jakarta. I work as a programmer, which have a downside that we have not have many socializing or social skill. When I promote to be a manager, my leadership and social skill is not quite improved. So when I want to be entrepreneur, it's my future hobby, my future career. I must learn many things that we as employer does not have. So the skill of business we must learn such as sales, marketing, and also handling a client. This skill is very crucial if we want to be entrepreneurs. So I began to search how to improve my skill as entrepreneur or as employer. And then I find about a club about Toastmaster International. Then I began to study and joining the club of Toastmaster. In Toastmaster, we can learn about public speaking, soft skill, and also leadership skill. In Toastmaster, we don't learn by just theory. We learn by a lot of practice, by public speaking, by leadership, by managing people, and anything like that. So, in closing, I will encourage you to join Toastmaster if you want to be better at public speaking, leadership skill, or managerial skill. So that is for me. Thank you for the time.
Wow, let's give a round of applause to Toastmaster Arif. He turns out my senior in GGM. Glad to meet you here, Toastmaster Arif. And thank you so much for telling us and giving us story about your journey with your hobby in automotive and in technology that brought us you here. That's such a excellent story. Pretty pleasant to hear. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let us listen to our timers report. Toastmaster Zulfa, would you mind to give us a report about how's everyone doing with time?
Yeah, thank you. So for the all speaker, I already report also in the comment section. For the first speaker, deliver a speech within a limit of 40 minutes, 9 seconds. And then the second speaker, distinguished Toastmaster Emriati, 6 minutes, 41 seconds. And then the third one, Toastmaster Samuel, 6 minutes, 3 seconds. And then the fourth one, Toastmaster Arif, 6 minutes, 38 seconds. So all speaker eligible to be voted. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Zulfa, for such a brief and thorough report. Now, I would like to, and congratulations because of all of you are eligible to be voted. And now, let us call our ballot counter, Toastmaster Maulidia, to share the ballot and invite perhaps people to vote for you.
Okay, I've sent the link for participants to vote every prepared speech today. Let's vote the best prepared speech. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Maulidia. And as Toastmaster Maulidia said, please, guys, use your power to vote and to select the favorite prepared speaker because we have very excellent stories and speakers today. All right, now while everyone's still here, let's continue our session by taking the group photos. So I would like to encourage everyone to open your camera to show your beautiful and handsome face. Okay, guest or Toastmaster Christy, and distinguished Master Atma, Toastmaster Nina. Okay, who's going to help us to take a picture?
I will take the picture.
Okay, on your count.
Okay. Okay. Uh. Okay. So, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Second one. 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Deborah. And now we enter second session, most awaited one, because now both of members and guests are able to participate in the session. That is a table topic, impromptu speaking session, but I'm not going to be the one who lead, but rather none other than our president, distinguished Master Atma. The floor is yours. Woo!
Thank you very much, Tom. So today, I will lead the most awaited session in Toastmaster table topic session. First of all, this session is open for everyone, members of UI Toastmasters, visiting Toastmasters, and also guests. So you can join in this session. So how we will work? So I have 10 questions that you can choose. Feel free to choose any number. And after that, you can answer it in 1 until 2 minutes. Sometimes you can, relate to the question. Sometimes you cannot relate. But this is just an exercise of impromptu speaking. So just speak your mind. You don't know the question until I ask you. You sometimes don't know what the topic is, but feel free to speak of anything within 1 until 2 minutes. So the timer will help us in timing in every speaker during the table topic session. So 1 minute it will be green, 1.5 it will be yellow, and 2 minutes it will be red. And participants will be disqualified if speaking less than 30 seconds or more than 2 minutes 30 seconds. I think the rules are pretty clear. So anyone wants to start as the first victim in table topic session? If not, I see that Christine is here. Christine, where are you?
I'm here. Oh, I'm escaping actually.
Yeah.
How
So,
dare you?
so you should be the first victim of mine.
Okay.
So you
Okay.
have you can choose any number that you want.
Uh-huh. Uh, have you shared your screen? No?
Not yet. I will share it later once you choose.
Oh, once I choose. 1 until, sorry?
10. Any number. All the questions are related to our topic today.
What topic? Sorry. I just came in.
Oh, it's the day of the Boy Scout. Scouting days.
The scout.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, scout day. Well, 4 because it's birthday of my son. 4.
Okay, so it's question number 4. Let me try sharing my screen. I hope it will be visible for me. Yeah, this one. Question number 4. What's the most valuable lesson you've learned from being in nature? What's the most valuable lessons you've learned from being in nature? Toastmasters Christine, the floor is yours.
Okay. Thank you for the questions, Toastmaster Atma. Sorry, I'm using phone, yeah? Okay. This is intriguing question, yeah? Since I'm not much a nature person, to be honest, but I love to be being in the beach, in an ocean, in the middle of ocean, and in the forest. So I think I'm gonna choose forest, the most helpful place for me between all of the nature places. Why? So there was this thing when I was in senior high school. I joined how do you say kelompok pecinta alam? Yeah, the nature lovers in senior high school. So they had this short vacation, yeah, or short study research, right? And it was, I remember, yeah, it was in Bandung somehow, yeah, and it's in the middle of forest, and in near the forest was rice field, yeah, was rice field. And the thing that I was actually surprised was that I wasn't prepared well in terms of the package that I brought. Yeah, and also I didn't know that I'm kind of a person that easily easily peace. So I didn't know. I thought back then, as a senior high school student, well, there was maybe small toilet or something, etc. Well, in the middle of forest and in the corner of rice field, I was like, ooh, like that. I was really, really hard to want to release that pain. Yeah, because I was afraid actually because it's dark, gloomy, and like, I don't know, something that may be hiding behind the forest and the rice field. And yeah, there's that. You know what is going to happen? I didn't bring additional. I remember I only bring one pant, and it's I'm wet all over. That's that. So I think the valuable lesson is that we should be prepared everywhere we go. Yeah, and then knowing that I was that spontaneous. So I'm kind of like need more preparation to do everything in my life. So yeah, thank you very much for that, and see you next time. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Christine. Definitely agree with your point. One of the things that I learned is actually to poop and to pee in nature. Okay, so anyone wants to join the next question? It is open for
Can I try?
everyone, whether you are guest. Yep. Who is it?
Can I try? Brian.
Okay, Brian. So number 4 has been chosen. Which one that you wanted to try?
Um, I think number 2. 4 divided
Number
by 2 is
2.
2.
Oh, okay. Let me try sharing my screen from phone. And the question is, share a time when you explored nature and discovered something unexpected. Share a time when you explored nature and discovered something unexpected. Toastmaster Brian, 1 until 2 minutes.
In the early of this year, I went to Lombok, and I went to one of the most, what is the tourist destination, famous tourist destinations called Gili Trawangan, if you have heard that before. Um, Me and my friends, I was planning to be just on the beach and just enjoy the scenery, the air. But my friends forced me to, Brian, you came here and you have to touch the water. You have to see the turtle. But the problem is that water is something that I hate the most because I can't swim. So I know that would be, if it's the final destinations, that would be definitely my hell, right? But then these people always force me like, come on, Just trust me that you can do that. So okay, fine. I finally brace myself and go jump to the water. And you know what is the most like unexpected things happened? I can see the turtle, the big one that you can touch. But unfortunately, I can take the underwater photos because my feet has to be on the land one, right? So I just sing my head and just to see the turtle. But beyond of that, ladies and gentlemen, what I really appreciate from journey is that now I understand that I need to learn how to swim. So perhaps I'm going to contact this Master Michael for Samuel, sorry, Samuel, for if you open for that class of swimming or scuba dive or whatnot. And then second of all is that and now I understand that while you perhaps something, if you have this close friend, they will help you anyway, because my friend holds my hand and let me swim, just have a bit of sparkle of water and whatnot, just to let me to see the turtle. That's all over to you, distinguished Master Emery. Atma, sorry.
Okay, thank you very much, Toastmaster Brian. I definitely had the same story, and it was Bu Emry actually that dragged me into the water and helped me see the fish and also beautiful things on the water because, like, I used to hate them. All right. Who wants to try the next participant in table topic session?
Toastmaster.
Okay, who is it?
Sultan.
Sultan. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so we already have question number 2 and number 4 chosen. Now it's time for you to choose yours.
7.
Sorry?
Sorry, number 7.
Okay, question number 7. All right. Okay, let me try sharing my screen so that you can see it. So, question number 7 is, tell us about a time when you had to work as a team to solve a challenge. Sounds like an interview, but don't think too much. Tell us about a time when you had to work as a team to solve a challenge. Toastmaster Sultan, the time is yours.
Okay, first, I apologize to the leader. I'm outside, so I know you could hear voices from somewhere else. Actually, there was a time when I'm in Bali 2 years ago. My family decided, hey, let's go to rafting. And yeah, it was a fun journey because instead of, just driving and get to the point A, we have to still, from a truck hopping, we have to walk miles for miles. And we arrive. And we definitely have had fun. But my little sister had trouble when I don't know how to get when he swung his stick to get from point A to finish line. So yeah, we often fell from our boat, but still I encourage my listener to just keep going because it's just only one straight ahead. We definitely couldn't go back, right? So yeah, just keep encouraging my relative. So this is how we was studying this. We definitely get to the finish line. We have many memorable photos. And that's what I do. Become an outrender for my sister. Instead, blaming her, you're really bad when it comes to that. And because, okay, it's all right. We can do it again. We can fight and do it again. Do it again. until we get to the finish line. And that's for me. Back to our topic master.
Okay, thank you very much. Sometimes when that kind of activities, rafting and also other activities in the nature push you to work as a team, and that's also the beauty of working together as a team in that kind of activity. Anyone wants to try the next question? We probably will have two more participants before proceeding to the next session. Any guess wants to try?
Matma.
Yes. Who is it?
Rizky.
Rizky. All right. Rizky, please choose your question. Tell me one number that you want to choose.
2. Is it
Oh,
already
it's
picked?
taken already. Yeah. Number 2,
Okay,
4, and 7.
5.
All right. Ooh, a very serious question as well, but I'm pretty sure that you can handle this. Right. So the question for you is, da-da-dam. Where is it? Imagine you are leading a group on a camping trip. What advice would you give them? Imagine you are leading a group on a camping trip. What advice would you give them? Toastmaster Rizky, the time is yours, 1 until 2 minutes.
Okay. First of all, I still not have the chance to do a camping. But if I were asked questions, I will answer this. Please be mingle and do teamwork to build camp, to divide your job, because when we do camping, I think we do have some tasks to do, like who will go to pick the water, who will go to cooking, who will see at like fire, and who will build camp, and that needs teamwork. And camping will teach you, and probably me, teamwork, effort, and also solidarity, because camping is about solidarity, it's about unity. And not of all that, the second advice that I will give to my fellow who will be camping with me sooner or later is that we are going to have fun, because camping is basically escapism from reality, and we have to go to nature to give our mind peace, relaxing, so that we can be prepared to to do activity on the Monday. And the third one, and I think this the important is, please don't play a gadget, because a gadget will disturb your fun and experience, because it is in nature. So why do you still play your smartphone? Enjoy the view, enjoy the nature. So that's all the three advice that I will give my fellow Toastmasters here, and also probably me, because I say to me, I suggest it to me. So thank you so much. Back to you, DTM admin.
Okay, thank you very much, Toastmaster Rizky Rido. Definitely agree with your points, especially around gadgets. Sometimes we need gadget in the nature as well, but not to be part of our daily life in the nature. All right, I think we already had like 4 participants, and I think that's enough since we have limited time. Thank you for all of your participation. I would like to invite the timer to deliver the timer report.
Okay, thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Atma. So as I already also shared on the comment section, on the chat session, for the first speaker, Toastmaster Christy, you deliver a speech in 2 minutes 40 seconds. So sorry because it is not eligible. So the maximum is 2 minutes 30 seconds. And then for the second one is Toastmaster Brian. in 2 minutes 17 seconds, and then Toastmaster Sultan 2 minutes 7 seconds, and then Toastmaster Rizky 2 minutes 6 seconds. So the eligible only 3 table topic speaker. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So, our ballot counter will definitely share the ballot online through the form in the chat. So, I think that's the end of my session today. I'll hand over back to our Toastmasters of the meeting, Toastmaster Brian.
All right, thank you, distinguished Mr. Atma, for such a wonderful in leading the table topic session. Oh, I listened to a lot of your story, guys, and just a lot of messages and reflections going on after that. But unfortunately, we have to finish the table topics and we go to the next agenda. That is, people say it's the heart of the semester because we got to listen to the evaluations, the feedback from our speakers today so that we can learn from that and integrate in our future speeches. Now I would like to call our general evaluator, Master Nazrin, to lead these important sessions. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening, Brian. So I'm pretty sure everyone enjoyed the table topic session conducted by Toastmaster Atma just now. She came prepared. So now it's time for the evaluation session for both for three, which is the prepared speech, the table topics, and also evaluators for the evaluators. So it's a long list of evaluators, but bear with me. Let me call up the first evaluator, which is Toastmaster Mariana, to evaluate your first speaker, Toastmaster Deborah. So the floor is yours, Toastmaster Mariana.
Okay, thank you, GE Nazrin. Good evening, everyone, fellow Toastmaster and distinguished guests. Hi, Team Deborah. Your speech today was unique and creative because it addressed a topic that perhaps not all Toastmasters here have realized. The speech questioned whether school rules truly shape students, highlighting that while some rules are reasonable, others can be questionable or outdated. The main message emphasized critical thinking, respectful questioning, and the idea that rules should be open to evaluation rather than followed without understanding. The introduction using a personal example, like students questioning the reason behind long hair rule, grabbed the audience attention right away. You had a clear flow, starting with examples of questionable rules, sharing a personal school incident, and ending with the idea of challenging rules respectfully. Your wording was easy to understand. You used rhetorical question effectively to make the audience reflect. You have three strengths when you deliver the speech. Your response to handles interruption with calms was very good. You asked open-ended question like why can't they bring a soccer ball, which could invite audience participation, a good technique when managing interruption or commands. And third strength is your ability to redirect the audience attention back to the main topic after any distraction or interruption. Last but not least, may I give you one suggestion? I am still learning as well. Maybe you could try once in a while not reading from your notes. Okay, overall, your speech was very good and grabbed the audience attention. Thank you. Back to GE Nazrin.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mariana. So you can see that she was very attentive to her speaker. She noted what the speaker did well and what the speaker should improve on. I feel like Toastmaster Mariana, she gave a good example as an evaluator because when she was giving her feedback or the points of improvement, she started off by being humble. This makes people want to listen to you and also can relate to you. So it helps the speaker and also everyone who is learning for the evaluation. So as the saying goes in Toastmasters, feedback is the breakfast of champions. So this is where all of us will is different from other public speaking platforms where we do give our feedbacks. Okay. So next, let's bring the second evaluator, Toastmaster Ayu, to evaluate your VPE, Toastmaster Emery. So the floor is yours, Toastmaster Ayu.
Okay, thank you, GE Nasrin. Okay, congratulations, Toastmaster Emriati. You are finished your speech in level 2 project 1. And happy Scott Day tomorrow, everyone. Okay, well, that's such a wonderful speech. Your speech explores the unsung language practiced by mothers to express their love and care. You give an example with your personal storytelling, sharing your own experiences as mother, helping us to understand what the unsung language of motherhood means and why it matters. They say a day's 24 hours is never enough for a mom to do all of her job. I agree with you that motherhood is exhausted but fulfilling because even you tired, you still showing how deeply a mother dedicates herself to her family. And when you see your family smiling, it makes you happy. And I truly appreciate how you make a direct communication with your partner about the issue. It's make a clear communication and increase trust in each other and how should to do in the future. You said that your partner tends not to take action immediately and it's different with you. This contrast actually shows how you complement each other as a pair. This story also reminds us to appreciate the extraordinary contributions of mothers are often overlooked and taken for granted. You also created a strong connection with the audience. Your vocal clarity and eye contact were effective in engaging the audience. Your pronunciation was so clear so everyone can hear and understand with your speech, and you also start your speech with a question. I also saw you moving your hands and using your body language. Overall, your speech was amazing, and the message was impressive and meaningful. That's why sometimes we need to do direct communication. That's all for me. I hope my evaluation helps you as you continue growing as a speaker. Thank you. Back to GE.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ayu. That was a very encouraging evaluation. I like how she took the main key points of Toastmaster Emery's speech, which was about motherhood. It's not something that everyone can relate to because not everyone is a mother. But congratulations to both the speaker, Toastmaster Emery, for sharing what it's like to be a mom, and also Toastmaster Ayu for summarizing and relating to the speaker. So next, let's bring our next evaluator, which is Toastmaster Reza, to evaluate Toastmaster Samuel. Toastmaster Reza, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. There is no place like home except for the place you travel to. Thank you for TM Samuel for reminding us that the long weekend awaits for us. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. First, I want to say congratulations to TM Samuel for completing the level 1 project 3 pathway presentation mastery. It's always interesting if we talk about the road trips and traveling. TM Samuel opens the speech by sharing a calendar and engaging the audience with a question. To me, it is very positive. I see that some audience engaged by answering the question in the chat box. TM Samuel also successfully maintained the time very well. He's not overused the time. TM Samuel also can clearly describe each destination that is helpful for someone looking for a travel destination. And it will be more interesting if TM Samuel can describe every destination in very artistic way, because we're going to travel. We have to be enthusiastic, like you introduced. The first destination is Caldena Glamping, where you can find a beautiful scenery from the beach. And the second one is the Savannah Beach, where you can enjoy the seafood, delicious seafood. You can play with your hand or your maybe your tongue a bit, like delicious seafood. And the third is a caldera rafting, when you challenge your your fear. Or when TM Samuel described that the road trip will be a 2 days at the beach, you can use your hand gestures, like 2 days at the beach and 1 day at the mountain. Because I see most of the time TM Samuel put his hand together like this and not really using the hand gesture very much. Overall, a good speech. It's a nice effort from you, a really informative speech, and I'm really looking forward to your next speech. Best of luck, and don't forget to contact Samuel if everyone, the audience, need the information for traveling. That's all from me. Thank you. Back to the general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Reza. He had a strong start to his evaluation and also a very encouraging ending. He managed to promote the speaker's profession to everyone else, which is a good networking skill. That's also the purpose of Toastmasters, is for you, especially when it's a community club, is for you to get together and network with each other and build a stronger community through this. So good job to Toastmaster Reza and also to the speaker, Toastmaster Samuel. Next, let's bring our evaluator. I hope you guys are ready. So our first evaluator will be Toastmaster Apri to evaluate Toastmasters Mariana's evaluation. The
Okay,
floor
thank
is
you,
yours.
Toastmaster Nazrin. And so, first and first, I would like to congratulate to Toastmaster Mariana for stepping as an evaluator. I think tonight she doing a really good job to help our speaker to understand what she could improve in her speech. So let's get started with the combination. So I have two recommendations that I can give you as a evaluator. First is I really like your opening. Your opening is very positive, and also you give a recap for the speaker speech, so it can really help us to remember what the speaker said earlier. And the second is I also like the good detailed explanation in every point in your recommendation. It's really help us to understand what area they are really good at. And now let's move on to the recommendation. I also have two recommendations that I can give you to make your evaluation be more better. The first is, as you can see, to use a number. For example, even you have a recommendation, for example, you have three recommendations, you can deliver it like there is two recommendations that I can give you. The first is I really like your opening. Then you can give explanation about the opening. Then The second is I like your structure, then you give explanation about your structure so that make your evaluation can be more easy to discuss to, especially for the speaker. And the second thing that I have as suggestion for your improvement is you can give a more recommendation in your evaluation. I notice you only have one combination, which is to not use a note. Well, you can give a recommendation about the speaker delivery, like how the speaker, the tone, whether they are use pause or something. So basically, the recommendation you can uh, find whether in terms of delivery or structure, you can choose only one. You can give two recommendations. Is pretty good. I really recommend that. And another thing to challenge yourself probably in the introduction, I believe this is the project about managing difficult audience, right? So probably you can in the introduction you can tell us what the project purpose, because if I as a as a guest, I still not understand what is the project objective for this. It's why everyone is talking each other and make the speaker feel what's called the feel kind of hard time. Probably by giving the introducing the project purpose in your introduction, it can help us understand what the speaker project is. And overall, I would really like the most about your speech, about your evaluation is your opening, and also you have a really good point explanation. And for important for your evaluation, you can use your number and also give more room improvement in your evaluation can help the speaker be more uh, easy to improve. Yeah, I think that is for my evaluation. Back to Archie.
Okay, congratulations, Toastmaster Apri. It's not easy to be an evaluator's evaluator, especially on short notice. It's like table topics, but harder, I feel like. Looks like Toastmaster Apri also came on earlier than he expected because apparently I missed one more evaluator for the prepared speech speakers. Apologies on my side. So let's bring our last manual speech evaluator, but not least, of course, which is Toastmaster Rizky to evaluate Toastmaster Arif and his project. Toastmaster Rizky, are you ready? Okay, the floor is
Thank you, Madam GE, for your introduction. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Okay, Toastmaster Arif. I personally think you nailed that icebreaker. Why I said that? Because Toastmaster Arif invite us to his personal story, his journey, and we listen to his childhood, his born on Sprague, and he enjoys school until high school. And he emphasized that this journey as engineering began when he win the science competition. And I think it is really makes me understand about the root cause why Toastmaster Arif loved engineering. And after that, he stumbled into problem of his social skills need to improve as an entrepreneur and as a worker too. So he tried to do many things from volunteering, doing community, hobby, and etc. And from that point, you Toastmaster Ice is really authentic because he opened up us and we get to know him better. And that's the purpose of Icebreaker because we want to introduce ourselves to the club by opening a glimpse of our journey into the fellow members and guests so that we can know our members better. The good points of Toastmaster Arif's speech is that the first one, he is really authentic. He, I felt like I've been in the time travel. He's showcasing his memories from childhood to until now when he joined the Toastmaster and encouraged us to join. I really love that. The second one is that the good structure because he tell us with a systematic timeline and he compressed it really well because it's a long story if we have to detail of the journey from era to era. To improve your speaking, I, I suggest Toastmaster Arif speech can be really have a more impact if he notice he deliver with more intonation. And I noticed that along the journey there is some happy and upset. Try to incorporate your intonations into that so that the story can be more impactful. The second is that emphasize the key message that you want to deliver, and it will be your strong point, and we can all learn together from that, from your story. I think that's all from me. Congratulations, Toastmaster Arif. Back to you, Madam PE.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rizky. Okay, next. I like how it looks like Toastmaster Rizky did actually have extra time to prepare. His evaluation was done well. So congratulations, Toastmaster Rizky, and congrats to Toastmaster Arif for completing your icebreaker speech. Next, let's bring the rest of the evaluators, which is Toastmaster Ayu's evaluator, Toastmaster Sylvie. Toastmaster Sylvie, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, the floor is yours.
Okay. Thank you, Madam GE. First of all, congratulations, TMIU, for your first evaluation to become evaluator. It means you complete level 1. And second of all, I really like how you give your evaluation. It's structured and you give summarize for the speech for DTM Embry speech that it means you notice all the speech that he make and you also give a good feedback about the gesture, about how DTM Embry use the gesture and everything. It means you also give or notice or give get attention or see all the speech, not only the speech itself, but also the structure and the speech that DTM Andre made. But however, this is Toastmaster that when we give the positive side, you also need to give the suggestion. And that's what the evaluation or evaluator means for. What I see in here, you miss to give the suggestion for the future. Actually, there's several things that you can give for DTM Embry suggestion, such as, for example, maybe you can give suggestion that DTM Embry need to do like more not gesture, more what you call more expression when she tell about how the husband can not help them
when the child is fell down, when maybe the TM Emery can give that more kind of expression. That's maybe some of suggestion that you can give to DTM Emery, and then maybe you can give like feedback that DTM Emery can give a little bit summarize in the end of her speech. But after all, because this is your first evaluation, I really like how you make your evaluation. Oh, one more thing, your small, even though it's clear, the volume all the clear, your voice is too small actually. Sometimes you need to check to the audience whether it's really clear and really audible. But after all, that's for me. I give you the challenge for your next evaluation, and congrats again once more. Thank you.
Okay, good job, Toastmaster Sylvie. So that was a very comprehensive evaluation for your VPE and the Toastmaster Emery. I know sometimes it can be a bit intimidating to be evaluating your excos, but good job, Toastmaster Sylvie, on taking up that role. And also, I like that you were very attentive to her speech, and also you point out something that's very important, which is social awareness or audience awareness. This is something that could be very hard, especially when you're in a virtual setting, but it's something that you can work on definitely. Okay. Also, I noticed that most of you have your cameras on, so that will make the speaker feel better. So good job on that. Not last. Okay. The next evaluator is Toastmaster Reza's evaluator, which is Toastmaster Anna. So Toastmaster Anna, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay, all is yours.
Okay, thank you, General Evaluator. So well done, Toastmaster Reza, on completing your evaluation and feedback project as an evaluator. Uh, you successfully met the objective of this project. It is a practicing how to apply feedback and delivering constructive feedback on another member's presentations. I would like to highlight three strengths I observe in your evaluation. The first one is you use the quote in your opening, so that makes the audience feel inspired and sets a strong tone for your speech. And it is creating an immediate connection with us as your audience and drawing our attentions to your central message or your central evaluations. The second one is you provided both commendations and recommendation in your evaluations, which is excellent, and it allows the speaker to recognize their strength while also gaining clear and going to improvement. And then in each commendation, you explain the reason behind it. So I think it is so excellent. Number three, you were able to identify the specific areas where the speaker could improve and explain the reason behind them. For example, about the project for the speaker is vocal variety and body language, but we couldn't see that also. I think you can give you can find this kind of something that the speaker have to improve. So I think this is very effective from Toastmaster Reza. And then to further support your growth, so I would like to gently share three suggestions that might make your evaluation even more impactful and beautiful. The first one is please state points number 1, 2, and 3 clearly. So it will make it easier to identify this one, number 2, and number 3. Because if I didn't listen attentively, I might not realize that you had given 3 recommendations. And number 2, state the evaluator's achievement by mentioning their purpose or explain the purpose for which the speaker is completing the project, as it will help the speaker clearly understand the strength they demonstrate and how this strength contribute to success their speech. Number 3, if you could, please conclude your evaluation, and this will help wrap up your speech. And this is the impactful way, leaving the speaker with a strong final takeaway.
So to conclude my evaluation, Toastmaster Reza, I would like to summarize. I highlight in your use a quote in your opening, provided commendation and recommendation, and you were able to identify specific areas. And the thing that you could improve, the first one is please state, please state point number 1, 2, 3, and then set the evaluator achievement, and number 3, conclude the evaluation. Good job, Toastmaster Reza. Back to general evaluator.
Great job, Toastmaster Anna. I can tell that you're a seasoned Toastmaster because that was a great evaluation. You had an opening, a body, and a closing. You managed to conclude all your points in the closing and also within time, I believe. So good job. Next, let's bring the table topics evaluator. Toastmaster Nina, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, the floor is yours.
All right, thank you, GE, Toastmaster Nazrin. So today there were four table topic speakers. First, I would like to have some comment or maybe feedback for each of the table topic speaker. First is Toastmaster Christy. So for Toastmaster Christy, the question is about nature, and I like that you mentioned about your experience and and it was humorous as well. It was funny and it sounded so energetic that you mentioned about probably it was easy to poop and pee in nature and it was fun. But probably I think what I would like to pinpoint is probably you want to mention the call to action at the end because table topic is about prep point, reason, example, point, and also the call to action. So, for example, maybe you want to say, oh, so um, you want to tell the audience also it is fun to, try something fun in the nature like poo and then pee and feel the experience. Yeah, something like that to call to action to the audience. Overall, well done. And probably I would like to say, Christy can pause a little bit before answering the table topic. Like, so when the question through to Tem Christy to answer, can yeah pause and then for 30 can pause for can think or pause for 30 seconds and then answer. So but it was great and then Christy can answer the question very well. And second is TM Brian. I like how TM Brian was uh, in the beginning was paused for 30 seconds before answering, and when he was given the question, he was I already knew what already predicted what you were going to say, and because you said, oh, you were challenged by your friend and ended up doing it, and also mentioned about the call to action and call to action. So from my experience now, because I was challenged by my friend to deep or to dive into the water, so the call to action is it is important to learn how to swim. It is for our daily life skill. So yeah, I didn't see any improvement for Tim Brian. So well done. And the third speaker is Toastmaster Sultan. I think Toastmaster Sultan, when starting answering table topic, I think it would be, if I might suggest, it would be good to go straight to the point and answer the question. I think it would not need to say, oh, the sound behind is noisy, because we will not hear the noise anyway. So I think that's what my suggestion for TM Sultan. And for TM Rizky, great advice and great structure of the speech mentioned about there are 4 points for advice if we were in the nature and doing teamwork, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So I think I like the structure and answered the table topic as well. Probably what I noticed from Temriski, probably minimize the hand gesture. Yeah, because I saw that Toastmaster Rizky use many hand gesture. Unless it is to emphasize your points, then you can use the hand gesture. Otherwise, it's maybe a bit distracting, like when speaking and then keep moving hands, something. But you can, if like to maybe again to emphasize what you want to say, something like that. All right, so that's all for my table topic evaluator. Overall, well done, all of you, and all of you answered the table topic really well. And that's all, and I'll give it back to GE Toastmaster Nazrin.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nina, for that very comprehensive report on or evaluation for the table topics respondents. It's not easy to evaluate more than one person. Even one person is a headache for most people. So good job. You managed to pick out what are their strengths and what to improve on. So good job. I hope all the rest of the audience can pick up a thing or two from Toastmaster Nina's evaluation. So now let's move on to the general evaluation for the whole meeting. Can I bring up our English teacher of the night, the grammarian, Toastmaster Titin, for your report?
Thank you, GE. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished grammar enthusiasts. Let the language games begin. It was enjoyable listening to all of your speeches from all wonderful speakers this evening. Now, I would like to point out some of the words and sentences that can be improved. Let us learn together, and I'm also learning together with you. First one, evaluate by. This is a passive voice, so we need to use a verb 3 that is evaluated with D, the letter D, evaluated by, and then followed by a person. Second, teachers always wants us to obey the school's rules. My suggestion will be to use a verb 1, no need to use S because the subject is plural already, teachers. So teachers always want us to obey the school's rules. Third, I planned to a road trip to Banten province. My suggestion is I plan a road trip to Banten province. No need the word it. Okay, I plan a road trip to Banten province. Fourth, my father is very supporting me. My suggestion is my father was, because it happened in the past, was very supportive of me. Because here the word, I believe it should be adjective that is supportive other than supporting, which is in present continuous form. The to be is are or was were if it was in the past, plus adjective, which is supportive, the adjective form of support. The fifth one, when I promote to be a manager, my suggestion is when I was promoted to be a manager. Another passive voice we use verb 3, which is promoted. Next, be more better. My suggestion is just say be better. No need to use the word more. Next, all speakers eligible to be voted. My suggestion is all speakers are eligible to be voted for because an English word needs a verb. Eligible. Okay, eligible is an adjective, not a verb. Then we can use the auxiliary verb are because speakers are plural, more than one person. Okay, last one, me and my friends. My suggestion will be my friends and I for the politeness conventions, putting ourselves last, and also because it is the beginning of a sentence, the subject form is I instead of me. And thank you everyone for sprinkling your speeches with figures of speech. The first one, the aquarium in our class. I consider this as an irony because there is a difference between the expectations and reality. The expectation is that the school consistently applies the no unrelated items rule at school, but why there is an aquarium in our class, which can be considered as unrelated to teaching or studying. Next, metaphor, figure of speech, comparing two unrelated things by saying that one thing is another. The school's rules become a part of their personality, comparing the rules to shaping identity, as if the rules are ingrained already in their identity or in their DNA. Next, that's exactly the role's job, a personification, because a role cannot have a job. Okay, assigning a job to rules treats the rules like people. Rules are not like people, so rules do not have any jobs. Next, a rhetorical question. A question not likely meant to be answered but to provoke thought. Does a school's rule truly shape us? Not really asking for an answer, but it is to provoke our critical thinking. Next, an idiom, a phrase whose meaning isn't strictly literal, but is understood through a common sense. Hit his number. That person is not really hitting anything. And an hyperbole, an exaggerated statement for heightened effect. Water is my hell. And I do find wonderful quotes and thoughts that I would like to share with you. First, from Toastmaster Deborah, school rules shape us. From distinguished Toastmaster Emriati, direct communication can be misunderstood as rudeness. From Toastmaster Ayu, motherhood, despite tiring, is fulfilling. From Toastmaster Ayu, another one from her, taken for granted. From Toastmaster Raisa, there is no place like home. From Toastmaster Apri, your evaluation will be easier to digest. From Toastmaster Anna, throwing. Okay, I find that the word throwing is interesting. Throwing our attention to the center of your evaluation. With that, I conclude this journey of our linguistic wonderland. Thank you. Back to you, GE.
Thank you, Toastmaster Titin, for the very comprehensive report. Your English teacher of the night definitely took her job very seriously. She even prepared slides for everyone. So good job on that. Amazing presentation. Next, let me bring the timer for uh, for her to present the timer's report for the evaluation session. In the meantime, your ballot counter already place the votings for the best evaluator, so do that in the meantime. The floor is yours, Toastmaster Zulfa.
Okay, thank you, Madam GE. So as I already mentioned on the comment section that for the time for every evaluator already shared, but in summary, is only one evaluator not eligible, which is Toastmaster Apri, and for the other, you can see that the other are eligible to be vote within 2 until 3 minutes. I think that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Zulfa. It's good to know that your Rolex of the night is taking the job very seriously, and all of you also are implementing it in the club. Usually in contests, if you're overtime, you're automatically disqualified. So this is a very good practice for your club. Now let me bring the next role player, which is the R counter. So, the counter, are you ready, Toastmaster Salsa?
Yes, am I audible?
Yes, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you, GE. As the AN word of the day counter today, I have recorded each member's use filler words such as, and repeated word, as well as their use of the word of the day or trader. Here's my report. So for Toastmaster Brian as a Toastmaster of the meeting, for lexical, so 3 but 1, like 2, right, 2, 2, non-lexical, 7, 3. And for word of the day, 2. For TM Nazrin, so 4, but 1, like 1, 2, 2. Word of the day, 2. For Toastmaster Titin as a grammarian, so 3, because 3, 1. For Toastmaster Zulfa as a timer, so 4, and then 1 at 3, 2 and 2. For Toastmaster Mariana, so 1, but 1. And Toastmaster Deborah, speaker number 1, so 3, because 4, but 3 and 7. And Toastmaster Ayu as evaluator 2, but 2, because 1 and 4. And for speaker number 2, DTM Emriati, so 1 and 1. And evaluator number 3, TM Reza, because 1 and 1. TM Samuel, so 7, because 1, 2. And for Toastmaster Iskirido for evaluator 4, so 3, because 1, 1. And for Toastmaster Arif as a speaker number 4, so 3, but 1, and then 1. And for Toastmaster Apri for evaluator 5, so 6 at 1 and 4. For Toastmaster Sylvie, evaluator 6, but 1, okay 1, like 2 and 8. Evaluator number 7, TM Anna, so 3, 3. So what can I conclude is the most of the people in the meeting must so much say so. Okay. Overall, I encourage everyone to keep practicing to minimize filler word and to take every opportunity to use the word of the day to enrich your vocabulary. That concludes my report. Back to you, GE.
Thank you to the counter for another very comprehensive report. This is an example of how to improve your listening skills because to an outsider point of view, this looks very obsessive for you to count every single crutches. But good job. We usually call the counter the police of the meeting, and she definitely took her role very seriously. Okay, so now it's time for my general remarks. I hope I didn't miss anyone, any other evaluators. Okay, so I have 5 to 6 minutes. Therefore, I will be breaking down my evaluation into 2 parts. The first part will be the preparation part of the meeting, and also the next one will be the conduct of the meeting itself. So during preparation, there's a saying that goes, uh, if, if, if you prepare well, that means you're preparing for the best and the worst. Okay, so the start, the first step that I saw when it comes to preparation is the fact that your VPE, Distinguished Toastmaster Emery, contacted me early on, I think a few weeks ago, to be your general evaluator. So it shows that you guys do plan well for your meetings. And also she sent me the program element and also the links. So everything is very organized. And I like that about the conduct of your club. I hope you will continue to be a culture because it's very hard for people to work last minute unless you want it to be like a table topic session. For table topics, it's okay for you to be. It's a session where you have to think on your toes, But when it comes to everything else, it's good that everyone else is prepared. Okay, so with regards to the preparation phase for your meetings, I was given the program element, and I noticed that okay, for your conduct of a meeting, the assistant sergeant at arms, he started early according to my time. I'm not sure about you guys, but it was like 3 minutes early. Maybe it was on time for you guys, but good job. Either way, either you start early or on time is both good. So sometimes it's a bit hard for us to do that, especially when it's virtual or hybrid. It's very hard to set up everything. I would know because my previous club was hybrid. Good job on that. I hope this continues to be a practice in the club. And then the next thing I noticed about your meeting was that the presidential speech was done by Toastmaster Deborah, which raised a bit of questions in my head because usually if the president is not present yet, the second officer in ranking should be the one to take over, which is the Vice President of Education, Toastmaster DTM Emery. However, I think I misheard, but Toastmaster Deborah also said that she was VPE, so I'm a bit confused right now. But anyways, for the next meeting, if it's possible, if the president is not in the meeting, the second ranking officer should be the one doing the presidential speech, which is the VP Education, followed by VPM, VPPR, and then only the secretary, treasurer, and so on. But the presidential speech, even though it was not done by the president, it was done well. It looks like you all prepared for what was supposed to be lah. I also like that you introduced Toastmaster and its benefits. So it not only, you might think that it only benefits the guests or you're targeting the guests, but it's not. You're targeting your own members also to remember their whys. Why did they decided to join Toastmasters? So that's a very nice touch. You also gave a history of UI Toastmasters. I like that. I like to learn a lot about your club. Following that is in the introduction of Toastmaster Brian, your TME. He brought a very high energy into the meeting, which is a very good start for for any meeting. So I hope the next TMEs for your meetings could keep that in mind, which is to bring the high energy up. Okay, even if you look crazy, it's okay. That's not important. The important part is everyone is awake. So he did that, and he's also very interactive to the members and also to the other guests. He called someone out to talk about the theme of the day, and he also shared a bit of his opinions, which is very good. He was very prepared. He was probably even a seasoned Toastmasters. Then let's go back to the program element. I noticed for your first speaker, Toastmaster Deborah, she was actually doing the managing difficult audience project. However, in the PE it still states that she's doing connect with storytelling, so it's a bit confusing there. But I managed to keep up. But in case this particular PE is given to the guest, it might be confusing. So I think you guys could inform in the comment section that there was a mistake in the PE, and also so that everyone knows what's going on. But other than that, the conduct of Toastmaster Deborah's speech was great. I like how, I don't know if you guys were rehearsed or not, but it was done well. Next is the role players. I noticed that the table topic master was changed last minute, and I was informed. That's very nice. Even though the table topics master was changed last minute, you might think it's a bad thing, but the way you conduct this meeting was good. During the table topic session, the questions that was given was prepared based on the theme. So to me, if you didn't tell me also, I was like, oh, okay, they know what they're doing. So good job on that. Next is the your line of speakers was great. This is because when it comes to DCP points, the most of the points comes from education. So this is how you get your education points in the bag, is having a lots of speakers. Then last but not least is the evaluation session. I noticed that you have an icebreaker speaker. I was informed that this icebreaker speaker is not his first speech, so the evaluation was done well. However, if it was I think most of you would know, but if it's the first speech for the speaker, you don't have to give point of improvements for him in front of everyone.
just give him behind lah when you want to talk personally. And also for the evaluators, kindly take note that next time if you're giving evaluations, talk to the audience, not to the speaker. Because I notice you guys keep on saying you. Try to talk to the audience because that's the purpose of you coming on stage to talk to everyone, so that everyone can learn what he did well and what he can improve, and also what they can improve. Okay. So I think overall it was a great meeting. I love the team, even though it was a bit hard for me to apply the word of the day. But nonetheless, your TMA did great. And preparation wise, the TM Emery did great. Just one suggestion is perhaps you could ask the TME to contact the general evaluator or other role players so that they would know how hard it is to look for role players so they can appreciate the role better. Okay, that's all from me. So congratulations, everyone. This meeting was a success. I hope you can continue the great cultures that you guys have. And now I will pass it to the award ceremony, the ballot counter, I suppose. Toastmaster Maulidia. Or is it Toastmaster Brian? Okay, Toastmaster Maulidia, is it?
Okay. Thank you, G. Let me share screen first. I will announce the vote result of the best for each categories. Wait a minute. Okay. Okay. For the best speaker today, best prepared speech, it belongs to Toastmasters Deborah. Congratulations, Toastmaster Deborah. And then for the best table topic speaker, it belongs to Toastmaster Brian Hussein. Congratulations. And the last one for the best evaluator today is belongs to Toastmasters Anna. Congratulations. Is this screen visible? Okay, that's all from me. Congratulations for all the best speaker, for the best table topic speaker, and also the evaluator. Back to you, GE.
Thank you, Toastmaster Maulidia, for the votings. So I think it's a very good thing that you guys still have the certificates. It makes the members feel very appreciated. So next, I would pass the floor to the president, right? Or is it the TME?
I think I'm gonna take over just for a closing remarks and then we pass it to the president.
Okay. So the floor is yours, Toastmaster Brian.
Yep. Thank you so much to Mr. Nazreen for such a wonderful lead for the evaluations. I know it's a lot, but then you managed to package that in the way that we understand it really better for that. Thank you so much. And yep, ladies and gentlemen, I do believe we passed a bit over time, but nonetheless, we learned a lot from our speakers and evaluators today. As a closing remark, I would like to thank everyone for coming and joining our exciting session about Scout Boys clubs, of course. And I do hope that you guys can learn about the spirit of this theme today. The Scott days, sorry, I forgot about the Scott boys, Scott team and whatnot, but it should be Scout days. So hopefully you guys can learn take the lesson, learn about this Scout days theme. It's not about the grand activities, the achievement, but it's of course it's also the journey that you need to get from that. I believe that's all from me as a Toastmaster of the day. I give the control back to our President, distinguished Master Atma.
Okay, thank you very much, Tom, and thank you everyone for coming to our meeting today. And I hope that I can see you in our next meeting. So thank you very much. And as the president, I would like to declare the meeting is officially adjourned. So bye. See you on the next meeting.
Bye bye. Have a nice rest, everyone.
Bye bye. Thank you.